guys, what's going on? This is actually going to be a two-part series. I'm actually going to do an unboxing of two different packages that I received from two separate YouTubers today, just by coincidence. So as awesome as that is, I want to split that up and make a video to each one of them, dedicate that to that box. There's a little bit different setup. I have a different kind of table thing in front of me, which you guys probably can't see that as close as I am. But do have a box here, and what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to flip a coin and see who goes first here, and that will be what this video is about. If you end up seeing the title and you know which video it's for, make sure you check back in a few days, and I will mention this again a little bit later on, and look at the other one. Make sure you get a chance to see the other video too. And before we get started on the coin flip, I'd like for you guys to see this new shirt I got from T-Fury. Hopefully you guys can see that there. Has Jake and Finn on there, but this is an Adventure Time / Legend of Zelda shirt where it's Link, but it's also Finn. I thought that was cool, and it has a lot to do with both of the YouTubers that you're going to be seeing here. They're both fans of this show, so I thought this might be a cool time to wear this shirt. Okay, let's go ahead and do the coin toss. Be back in just a second. Okay, I am back, and hopefully that's not too bad of a jump cut there. What I'm going to do is the brown box here is on my left, white box on my right, heads left, right tails. Okay, and let's see what we get. It is tails. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this box here in the white. Put this to the side for just a second. Get my handy dandy knife out here, and I'll go ahead and reveal who this is from. This box here is from Travis. You should know him as Planetbierwagen. He's been telling me he was going to send this, and I actually kind of not expected it to get here so quickly. He had mentioned it not too long ago, and it just came right away. It's pretty heavy, so let's crack it open and see what we got. I think I can do this without the knife. Let's see how far I get without that knife. Yeah, about that far. Oh, here's the note. Here it is, the package. It's kind of a mishmash of birthday present and just because I feel like it. And of course, as a response to all the awesome you've sent my way recently. Thanks for your channel support, collaborating, and good times. Do not read below this until after you've gone through the box. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the box, shall we? I'm just going to grab the first thing we got here. Oh my gosh. The very first thing I grabbed. This is just a white mailer box is what it looks like, and it says down at the bottom, rocket firing Boba Fett. That is epic, man. Seriously. I mean, I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but this is one of those things that, oh man. I'm going to get choked up here. When I was a kid, I was such a big fan of Boba Fett, and I remember the mail away thing that they had on the back of the original one. That was a big deal, and it was also a big letdown that they didn't give us the rocket firing Boba Fett. Just to show you how big of a deal that is, hold on for just a second. Okay, we're back. Sorry once again. I just wanted to show this because this is so cool, and this actually is kind of a smaller size card. It feels a lot like the original. They did it in the retro style. In other words, they did the figure to look the way Boba Fett did back in the 1970s Kenner line, and not just an updated version like they do a lot of these. But I was going to show you the card that they based this on. The Star Wars card is actually like the one I had from when I was a kid. Of course, the backs are a little different. But I wanted to show you, when I was a kid, this is what they would put at the bottom of these cards. And it was a big deal, because Boba Fett back then was this unknown character. He had been in the holiday, Star Wars holiday special, the Christmas special. Other than that Star Wars Christmas special, he really hadn't been in a movie yet. So everybody didn't really know what kind of character he was, other than he just looked really awesome. On the back of these, they showed the actual figure that you were going to get with this firing rocket out the back. And we never got that. It just never happened. And eventually they went to the sticker where they covered it up. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like a little sticker that they use to cover up that thing. And then here's another one where they covered it up. And then eventually they went to this, which was a secret Star Wars figure, meaning if there was any of these still out there, they just completely covered it up with a whole new promotion for a figure that wasn't Boba Fett. They just wanted to get a lot of those cards out there and wanted to do some other new promotion. So they extended that. I think that first one ended in like 1979. I think it says, yeah, May 31st, 1979 is when that first promotion expired. And the next one was May 31st, 1980. So what they were able to do is extend those cards one more year with another promotion by applying those stickers. So that's a cool item. This is awesome. I would love to open this up, but at the same time, it's so awesome like it is, I can't open it. I really can't. I may try to get one of those little cases and put that in and put that like on my shelf, because I actually didn't even know that came out, and I found it on Amazon. I'm assuming you found it on my wish list, but I didn't know that it existed, you know, until I saw it, and I always thought that it was an updated version. I didn't realize it looked like the original Kenner one, so that was like one of the coolest things I can imagine. I mean, there's more stuff in the box. I don't even know what to say. I felt like, you know, I'm already all overworked about this. So let's grab this here. Oh, wow. Here we have a Green Lantern. He knows I'm a big fan of Green Lantern. I've been reading it pretty consistently for about the last year and a half. And this is awesome. Look inside folder. He has like a little snippet thing there that looks like you know, like the balloon message boxes that they use in comics. And what we have here is a really cool postcard, and this looks like, I don't know what this is based on, what series. I've recognized this this Olivia Day, I don't even know how to pronounce the last name, Berardinis, does a lot of like stuff that kind of reminds you of the old pinups. But this is a postcard based on that. That's really cool. I guess it's like a business card, but it says compliments. And it says, this is a free ticket, not good for anything, it's just free. I've seen some things like that before. That's really funny. He sent me also some Mystery Theater 3000. If you're familiar with that show, it's one of those shows that he and I had talked about recently, because I used to be a really big fan of it in the 90s, and I kind of just lost touch with it. My good buddy Greg, that you've seen on some of my videos, he was a big fan of that show too, and we used to sit and really laugh and thought that was really funny. So that was very cool of you. I'm going to definitely check those out. Here's some stickers that he sent. Here's one from Banky Stokes, who did one of the OMFG series little figures, and then this is the actual OMFG logo sticker, but that's the kind of the version of Spanky Stokes figure that he did, which was that one-eyed monster. That's really cool. Awesome. See what else we got here. This is cool. I'd kind of wanted one of these. This is like the mini poster for the OMFG. If you guys are familiar with OMFG, it's kind of like a throwback to the old muscle figures and the little, you know, pocket monster type figures, and that's really cool. This is for Series 1, and it shows all the figures. I like watching, you know, the stuff that they do on Toy Break, and I knew that that was coming, and I'd really been, you know, kind of pay attention to how cool that series was. This one here says Planetbierwagen Art Cards Series 1. Now, talk about awesome. I didn't even know these existed. So let's see what we got going here. Oh man, that is awesome. Number 1, Winged Monkey. That is awesome. And number 2 is Brain Blaster. This is he's got little messages here too, and he was talking about this is like the winged monkey from the Oz creature. And then it says my rendition of the classic RGB toy, Brain Blaster. That's awesome. And then this one is Bug Eye Ghost. Look, these are really, really cool. I remember this figure when I was a kid. This was I think it was like the one where the eyeball sat there and you could like, I think it like had like a squeeze or something like that, and it like shot it out, sort of. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, awesome. Number 1, 2, and 3. That's really cool. But I've got to get some little plastic holders for these too. I think I might have some around that size that are for like postcard size. So I got some really cool stuff already, and this is just kind of like bonus stuff, really. I didn't even know any of this was coming, so man, I've like really got to step up my game. Next time I send something to Bierwagen, I got to up the ante a little bit. He went all out. Here's a DVD, and I haven't heard of this. It's funny. It says Chicks Dig Exorcisms. It says, "So you've downloaded a demon," a Todd Livingston film. That's awesome. I'll definitely have to check that out. This looks like one of those low budget films that it's like so, low budgeted. It's funny, and then it's just really cool to see what kind of special effects and what kind of stuff that they do for things like this. That's awesome, though. And then on the back it says "College is Hell." That's hilarious. So you've downloaded a demon. I'm kind of looking forward to checking that out. Uh-oh. Oh, man. This is like some dollar store goodness. I got a little deal of Play-Doh. As if it smells like the Play-Doh I remember when I was a kid. God, it does. But in a creepy way, it kind of smells like candy, too. It's like the parts of it that are supposedly used to be edible, but they told you not to eat it. That's what it smells like now. It kind of smells like cookie dough or something. And then the original Silly Putty. So Silly Putty and Play-Doh. I haven't checked out any Silly Putty in so long. I remember the first time I heard that you could take that and you could rub it on the newspaper comics, and you could get that out there. And it kind of blew me away because I didn't really think that you could do that, but I saw it on the back. Okay, here's some comics. Shame Itself, and it has Thor on the front of it. That looks pretty cool. It's a one-shot. I'll definitely want to check that out. That's some really cool artwork. It kind of reminds you of like the Mad Magazine artwork. Futurama, Simpsons. Oh, I actually had wanted to see this. Maybe he saw that on my wish list. This was in like a graphic novel form, and I was thinking about getting it, and I think it's the same one. But this is the Futurama Simpsons crossover, number 1 and number 2, and I think that's all that was in that series. And I thought that was pretty cool. I always kind of wanted to see these, like these people in the same universe, since they were drawn so similarly. It just seemed like it was inevitable they were going to do a major crossover on TV, and it just kind of never happened. The next thing I got was Moon Knight. I actually used to read Moon Knight when I was a kid, and I haven't checked out any of the newer stuff, but I knew that, Bendis was doing this. So I was like, I've been kind of wanting to see how cool it would be. And this is actually a pretty good way to jump in, because now I don't have an excuse. I need to read this. That's awesome. But I got Moon Knight number 1, Moon Knight number 2. Thanks, Travis. That's awesome. Oh, man. Here's the IDW Star Trek series number 1. That actually looks really cool. They did a great job on that cover art. Hopefully you guys, I'm trying not to get any glares there, but hopefully you can see that pretty well. That is awesome. They did a really good job on that. This should be cool. Oh, we got more Moon Knight. This one snuck in toward the back. Here's Moon Knight number 5, which looks like it's kind of a conglomerate of a bunch of different characters here. Wolverine, and then you've got Spider-Man, but you've got the Captain America shield in his eye. That is really cool. I love this artwork that they're doing for this Moon Knight. It's just this really artistic, painted art. And it's kind of rough-edged, and it just kind of reminds you of like a painting instead of like painted, artwork for a cover. That is awesome. Really cool. And then here is Ultimate Comics X-Men issue number 1 with a very retro-looking Wolverine. That is awesome. I like that with that, that yellow and black. Wow. It looks like the artwork on this one, and this is done by Nick Spencer, so that's awesome. I'm not sure who did the artwork on that, but I'll definitely have to find out who that artist is. Looks like the last name's K-A-A-R-E. I'm not that familiar with a lot of artists, but I do know Nick Spencer, the writer, so I'm kind of eager to check that out. I feel like I'm just like in my own world. I'm not even paying attention to you guys. Oh man, Evil Dead the musical. This one just kind of fell out of the box here. I think that's maybe all that's in there. Make sure that that disc stays on there nice and tight. But that's cool. That's something he sent me. Golly, I'm going to have so many things to check out. That is awesome. Golly, he went all out. Oh, wow. Here's a Green Lantern to go in that folder that I got. Here's a Green Lantern notebook. Sweet. I don't even really want to write in this. This is just so cool. I just want to have it. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to use up all the paper and then it won't be much of a notebook anymore. That is awesome. I didn't even realize DC was putting out stuff like that, or I probably would have checked that out earlier. Ooh. This is kind of a mystery bag. Got a Target bag with just some some random stuff in it, but it's some really cool stuff. Some really weird cool stuff. I have never even seen these before. This is like a it's kind of hard to see here, like in the way that would make it crawl really cool, but it's Spider-Man and he crawls. And that is really cool. I wish I had a way, but you can kind of see there the way it works. That is awesome. I've never seen that before. And then here's another funny one. This is Daredevil, and this is one of the walking wind-ups, and he's got his little nunchucks there. That is awesome. That is so cool, Travis. I don't know where you found those, but yeah, that's neat. Here's 2 California raisins. We had recently talked about California raisins. I actually had a few of them that they gave away at Hardee's right during the early days of when California Raisins was just still the commercial and it was just starting to get huge and they didn't really have any toys yet. And one of the first things they did is they promoted it through Hardee's restaurant. It's like a kid's meal. You could get one of them. And, or maybe you could just buy one with the purchase of food or whatever. But I ended up having one, and that was the first one I ever got. I don't know if I ever had these 2 guys. The surfboard guy looks really familiar, but I don't think I ever had the skateboard guy. But yeah, 2 little California raisins. That's awesome. I don't have any of my California raisins from when I was a kid. I probably only have like 5. Another one of the wind-up toys, going back at it again. All right. Ooh. We've got a Batman vinyl figure from the Pop Hero series. These are awesome. I actually don't have any of these. And I've been talking to Travis about all the cool ones he has. He got me a Batman, which is really great. Batman's one of my favorite characters. He's so iconic. I mean, how can Batman not be awesome? He's one of those guys that, you know, always looks great. You know, every one of his toys looks cool, and all of his, you know, comics and stuff like that, the way they draw him always looks awesome. And that's such an iconic thing. I love having this as a Pop vinyl figure because how can you not, you know, want to get Batman if you see all these little characters? That is really, really cool. Batman, Pop vinyl. And that's my first one. I actually don't have any of those. I have some of the other older stuff that they were doing. The name of Funko is the one that does this. I had some of their Monster series, like what they call like the knockers or the head wobblers or whatever they call them. I had some of those for like Frankenberry and them from like 6-7 years ago or something. Oh wow, here's the last thing that's at the bottom of the box. I think that's the bottom of the box. Yes. We have the OMFG Series 1. That is so cool. Wow. And it has all 5 of those figures, which you can see there on the back. That's what the figures look like. I kind of want to open this, and then there's the side of me that kind of doesn't want to open it because this packaging is so vintage. I mean, it just looks like a throwback to the 80s with all those neon colors and everything. And the good thing is they've got this nice clear bubble, so you can actually see all the figures. So I may not open this. I may actually break down and try to find another loose set of these later that I can put on my shelf and then have this next to it also. Because I kind of want to keep this with the poster and everything. That is so sweet. Oh man, thanks so much, Travis. Wow, this turned out to be a pretty hefty load of stuff. I'm really surprised, man. You didn't have to do this. This was really, really kind of you, and it was also very cool of you. So let's go ahead and read the bottom half, the taped half that he wants us to read after we've gone through the box, and maybe get a little insight into some of these items that we just looked at. So you've downloaded a Demon DVD. It says this little movie was shot in my hometown back in the summer of 2003, I believe. To call it corny is an understatement. I don't even know if you can say it is corny in a good way. However, I do get some enjoyment out of it because I know most of the people involved in this film, and through various theater projects have worked with just about all of them, except for the Bold Exorcist and the chick from Legs, Zena Seberg. There is one line in the movie that cracks me up, the F up, every time I think about it. The witch problem in this town is out of control. Hopefully the disc plays alright for you. I encountered a slight glitch at about an hour and 18 minutes into the film. I'm sure it'll be fine. If I get to that point, and I'll try to skip ahead, of that. Maybe it'll keep playing, because I'm sure if I can get an hour and 18 minutes of joy out of that movie, it'll be worth it if it stops there. The next thing on his list is OMFG. That's right, your very own set of the outlandish minifigure guys, plus the accompanying stickers and poster, brought to you by the fine folks at October Toys. And that's what we were talking about. October Toys is the one that manufactured that. Toy Break is kind of like their YouTube channel. You guys definitely check out both of those. They're really cool. Rocket Firing Boba Fett. When I saw this on your Amazon wish list, I thought to myself, how could I not pick that up for him? Out of everything else he's listed, don't shoot your eye out, kid. That's awesome. I feel like in a weird way I'm connected to that Rocket Firing Boba Fett, because my entire life I've talked about it with people and I've thought about it, and now that they finally released it, I don't really collect Star Wars toys that much anymore, but that's the one I have to have, So this was awesome of you to get that for me. I really wanted that. Pop Vinyl Batman, enough said. So I probably said enough when I was talking about it earlier. Planetbierwagen art cards. This is the ones I showed, from the envelope. It says, I had some of my artwork printed on 4x5 art cards via DeviantArt. Fun little idea that I may expand upon, but I knew that you would be one of the people that dig them for sure, and I do. I really do. And I'm hoping to get those plastic things to put them in there individually to protect them, so that's so cool. Next thing on his list is Evil Dead the Musical. Only a burned copy of the soundtrack to the hit musical. It's a fun listen, and I try to expose as many people to it as I can. Join us. It also coincides nicely with the upcoming release of Whedon's Cabin in the Woods. You'll get what I mean after you take a listen. That is really cool. That's right up my alley. I'm glad that he put that in there, because that's probably one of those things I wouldn't have got a chance to listen to just because somebody hadn't introduced me to it yet. So that's awesome. Closed, you also find some of the following: California Raisins, comic books, Marvel wind-up toys, MST 3K, Mystery Theater 3000 episodes, and some other stuff. Excelsior, Travis. Wow, that was really, really cool. The only thing I can say is thank you. I mean, honestly, I'm almost speechless. That was beyond cool, and I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot of little things in here that I would have never guessed, and it just made my day. So thank you so much, Travis. If you guys haven't for some reason checked out Travis at Planetbierwagen, definitely go do that. You won't be disappointed. Alrighty, I'm going to leave it at that, and coming up soon you will see another box opening. I'm going to go ahead and do that now, so I get to see what's in the box now. You guys have to wait. I'm sorry, that's the rules. That's how it goes. But I hope you had a good one, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, take care. Bye.